Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and I am the creator behind LILYROSE Craft Room. And if you're new here, welcome. So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to print DTF transfers at home with the Procolored L1800. So I'm going to take you guys through the whole process on how I prep the printer before I start printing anything. I'm going to show you guys the print process, the pressing process, and the finished results. So I'm going to show you guys from beginning to end. But before we get started with that, if you guys love crafting tutorials and reviews and you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications bell so you guys don't miss out on any new videos. All right, let's get started. So this is what the Procolored L1800 looks like. I have the film roll version, so I could continuously print as long as I want, and this prints 18 inches wide. So we have a little control panel here and some buttons on the side, and this feeds the film in or out. Here we have the inks. So I'm gonna show you guys how I do my morning inks right now. We shake them all. So that's where the ink is, and here is the inside of it. So here are all the ink tubes, and this is where it prints. So I'm gonna show you guys also how to clean that. And yeah, it's pretty sleek looking. It's really pretty. I love the panda. So let me show you guys how I first start off by shaking the bottles. So before I start any prints at all, this is what I do. So we open up this side panel with the inks, and then with the napkin, I just grab each bottle and I give it a good shake. That way it gets all the liquid mixed together, because it does settle, especially the white one. So the white one, you gotta mix extra good. So just take your napkin, give it a good shake. And I like to take them all out when I shake them, because it does get a little tricky, like shaking the white one, because the wire isn't long enough. So I just take out every one of them and I give it a good shake. And then the white one, I shake it inside where it's at, since the wire is not long enough. And you just want to be careful shaking it, because you don't want to rip any wires. So just carefully shake the white one inside of there. And that black thing behind the white, on the white bottle, it's a mixer. So every once in a while, you'll hear, if you have your machine on, you can hear it mixing. So that is the mixer. So even though you have a mixer inside the white bottle, you still got to shake it just to make sure all that sediment is mixed within the ink. And after you're done shaking the bottles, you just put them back. And next we're going to move on to the inside of the machine and we're going to clean it. So to clean the inside of the machine, like the wipers and stuff, I open up the lid and I flip the switch on the back to the on position. And then I press the button on the front, the power on button. So you select that, and when the carriage moves over, you're gonna shut it off from the back really quick, because that's the only way you're gonna get the carriage to move. So you can't force it when it's on. You have to do it this way, that way it moves on its own. So now that I switched it off from the back, the carriage is able to move back and forth freely. Next, I use 2 swabs that the machine came with, and I take my alcohol spray and I just spray the cotton on it just to get it a little bit wet. And then inside the machine, with the back side of the swab, I take that little stick and I flip the blade around. That way we're able to clean it. So with the wet swab, I just kind of like clean around the blade, and you just want to clean any like ink residue around that area. And doing this maintenance at the beginning of your printing day and at the end of your printing day is going to keep your machine running nice and smooth. You're not going to have any like clogs if you do this every single day. So if you have the time and the patience to do this every day, then I highly recommend getting, a DTF printer for your business. If you plan on being away from the printer more than 3 days, they do have a cleaning solution or a conditioning solution that they send to you with the machine. And you just fill your machine with that ink. There's a whole entire another video about that. So like if you happen to go on vacation, you're able to put your machine on vacation mode so your machine doesn't get clogged up. So when you're done with the cleaning, you want to make sure you flip that wiper blade back down. And now that the manual cleaning is done, I flip the switch from the back and then I press the on button on the front, and you're just going to watch the carriage go back to the home on the right side. Next, we're gonna go on to the Procolored RIP software, and we're gonna do the head cleaning and the nozzle check from here. So we click those arrows on the right to get to this page, and then we're gonna right click on our mouse and go on printing preferences. And then we're gonna select head cleaning. And when you click that, the message is gonna come up letting you know that it's gonna consume some ink, and just select start. So now your printer is gonna go through the cleaning process, so just let it do its thing. And you'll see that it's busy with the power button. It's gonna keep blinking blue. So when it stops blinking blue, that means it's finished. So now that I have a solid blue light on the power button, I'm going to print the nozzle check pattern now. So this box usually appears right after you're done with the head cleaning, but for some reason, if it doesn't, you just simply select nozzle check and print the pattern. So now then your printer is gonna start doing its thing. It's gonna print the nozzle check pattern. And if you notice, the light is blinking on the power button. So that means when that is blinking, that means that your printer is doing something. So I usually wait until that button is completely solid blue before I do a print or do the next project. So I play it by that. So now that my pattern is done printing, I press the arrow forward button to feed the paper out so I can check it out. And then since this is a newer version of this printer, it does have a blade. So that's pretty cool. You just slide it over to the other side and you cut your sheet. So this is what your pattern should look like. You have all your nozzle channels. You have your black, your two whites, your magenta, and your cyan. And there is no breaks in the pattern, so that means you are good to start printing. So I do want to mention that these printers are not wireless. It does come with a wire, and it's pretty long actually, and you can connect it to your Windows computer. So this is not Mac compatible. And they also come with two USBs. So the white one comes with files, and there's images and videos of how to clean it, your daily maintenance, your monthly maintenance, and like basic stuff on videos on how to use it. So that white one is really helpful. And there's also like troubleshooting videos. And the white one, you could just copy the files and then make a new folder and add those to that new folder. But the blue one needs to be connected at all times when you're running the printer, because that is the software. So I bought this USB splitter through Amazon, so I'm able to connect multiple USBs at once because my computer didn't have that many USBs. So now I'm able to connect my Procolored wire, have it connected at all times, along with the USB for the software. So this ProRip software is not a designing software, so you can't design in the software. You have to do it elsewhere. So you can either download a design from Creative Fabrica or Etsy or your personal images, and then you'll just easily upload the file onto this software. So you just simply go to that picture plus button right here on the top, you select that, and then you look for your image. So I download this one from Creative Fabrica. This is my favorite place to get all my designs from. And simple, it's that simple. I don't think I've used an easier software. All you have to do is just upload your image and hit print. So I wanted to crop this picture a little bit because I have a lot of like excess border. So I just select the clip button, and I'm just going to drag the edges closer to the image. And like I said, I got this image from Creative Fabrica. This is my favorite place to get my designs from. And I have a link, I'll link it down in the description below. If you haven't tried it out, you can get 10 free downloads or 1 month free, whichever one comes first. So I highly recommend that website. There's so many cute ones for Halloween coming up, like the cutesy Halloween. So yeah, if you're interested, I'll leave that link down below. So next you can just resize your design to how you want it to be. I am doing a medium Gildan crew neck. So it's usually like around 10 inches high, 11 inches high. So I'm just going to resize it, and you can resize it to up to 13 inches wide and unlimited length if you got the roll. Next, I rotated the image horizontal. That way I save a little bit more film. And then once I'm done, and that's how I like the size, I'm going to select RIP. And when you select RIP, you're going to select print right after. I haven't messed with the settings, the color settings. Everything seems perfect to me, so I don't want to mess with it. So now that you hit print, it's going to start sending it to the printer, And once it's 100% processed, it's gonna start printing. And the cool thing about this software is that it saves your prints. So you can just select a previous print that you wanted to print again, and it's gonna print with the same settings, the same amount of prints that you had. It saves everything for you. So that is such a cool feature. So now that my print was 100% processed, it automatically sends it to the printer and it starts printing automatically. So here it is printing in real time, and I can see that the colors are so vibrant, and then it gives it double layers of white. That way it looks perfect on your dark colored fabrics. So the way this prints is just so amazing, and I am so very impressed by this printer. And I've heard a lot of people say that they'd like a DTF machine, but they've heard other people say that the maintenance is just hard work and it's just a headache. But to be honest, the maintenance only took about 10 minutes to do, and the prints are amazing. So I mean, if you want to get yourself a DTF printer, I think you should go for it and just try it for yourself. Like I said, the cleaning only took about 10 minutes to do, and once you have your income coming in from making shirts or selling DTF prints, it's not even gonna matter. It's just gonna be second nature cleaning your DTF machine. They're always running good sales on Procolored.com, and if you use code LILYROSE, you get an additional $80 off your purchase. And they also accept payments through ShopPay or Klarna. I also wanted to show you, this is the mobile workstation I got from Michael's Stores, and this actually fit perfectly with my DTF machine, but I had to move it because it was against the wall, and when I had to shake my inks, I just couldn't get to them, and it just didn't work out because it was just too close to the wall, and I just couldn't move that anywhere because I have no more room in my office. But this workstation is pretty cool because it has that drawer that you can pull out for the oven, and it has storage under. I keep my DTF powder and my inks, and it has 3 really good sized drawers where I have my cleaning supplies and just a couple other stuff. But I really love this workstation. I didn't keep track of time, but I believe it took about 4 minutes to print this image. And now that it's done printing, you can see that it's very white. You can't even see the ink underneath. So now that it's done, I'm going to feed out the paper, and then I'm going to run the blade across to cut the sheet off. And look at how beautiful and how vibrant these prints came out. I'm telling you, I am obsessed. I love this printer so much. So I don't powder my images right after it comes out of the print. I wait about 5 to 10 minutes for the ink to dry a little bit, and then I powder it. I watched this video on YouTube of this guy doing a test about DTF printers. He powdered right after and all the way up to 2 hours after. And he said that the sweet spot was between 5 to 10 minutes, and he did a whole bunch of tests and everything. So 5 to 10 minutes is your sweet spot, and I will link his video down below. So next step, I'm using the Procolored adhesive powder to sprinkle on the DTF print. And this bin I got from Michael's Stores. It's a 12 by 12 bin. I think it's for cardstock, but I use it for my powdering, and then I also reuse it after. So I just close the lid and put it away. So this is perfect for powdering your DTFs. So you sprinkle some of this powder on your DTF print, and you just move it around and shake it around a little bit. Make sure that every inch of the ink is covered with this adhesive powder. So next I'm gonna put my print inside my Procolored oven. So I didn't mess with the settings, I just left it as is. So it fluctuates between 128 degrees and 130 degrees. And next you're going to lift up the oven and put your print inside, and then you're gonna close it, and you're gonna press the start button, and it's gonna count down from 200 seconds. And after the 200 seconds is up, it'll continuously beep just like that until you open up the machine. So once you take out your print, you let it cool down, and then you're ready to press. I pre-pressed the sweater in the heat press for about 10 seconds just to get out all the moisture. And then I have this t-shirt ruler so I know where my design should go. And then to keep it in place, I use sublimation tape, some heat transfer tape, just to keep it secure. That way it doesn't move when I'm pressing it. I go by the heat temperature on the adhesive powder. So the temperature should be between 302 degrees and 329 degrees, and you press for 30 to 45 seconds. So I like to keep mine in the middle between 320 degrees, and I press for 30 seconds. And for DTF prints, I like to use my clamshell because I can put a lot of pressure, because you need the pressure so it can really adhere to your shirt. I do have an auto press, but I feel like that is not enough pressure, so that's why I like this manual clamshell press. When it's pressed for 30 seconds, I remove the sweater onto the table, and it's a cool peel, so you gotta let it cool down until it's cool to the touch, and then you peel it off. So to speed up the process, I use this is a cold pack I just put in the freezer. It's supposed to be like for your muscles or whatever, but you can also speed up the process with one of these or be patient, whatever. So let it cool down and then you can peel it. So you never want to peel one of these while it's hot because it's going to lift up your print. So this is a cool peel. They do have some hot peels, so you just gotta make sure what you're getting. So here is the finished look with this DTF printer machine, and I'm telling you, this is amazing. The colors are so vibrant. I didn't have to mess with any settings. I know people do, but this works for me, and I love the colors, I love the settings, so I'm just gonna keep it as is. But even the white is so white that you can't even see like the black underneath. So to me, this is perfect. All the products and all the materials I use, I will be linking it down in the description below. And remember, if you're interested in getting a Procolored DTF machine, don't forget to use code LILYROSE to save an additional $80 off. I'd love to know any thoughts you guys have about this machine or any questions. Please drop them down in the comments below. All right, guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. That all helps my channel grow. And also, if you guys watched it until the end, thank you guys so much. Show me by putting ghost and bow emoji comments down below. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.